Hey guys, what's going on? We got another Enhancement Shaman PvP video. We are back in the solo shuffle for our weekly game. And now, this one didn't go as well. Normally I wouldn't show ones like these, but you know what? You win some, you lose some. So, let's get into it. So we're fighting a Frost DK. I believe it's an Outlaw Rogue and an Arms Warrior, as well as a Resto Shaman and a Holy Paladin. Now, this first match kind of went insane. The Rogue definitely seemed to be the one in control of all the matches, which is why when I fought him, I wanted to try and control him after this, but it didn't end up working out. But anyways, the Rogue is taking a lot of control, focusing CC, while the DK just focuses damage and does all the damage he can. And you can just see us all kind of melting down, losing. The shaman's trying to keep up. You can tell by the healing meters that he is pumping heals out, but it's just not enough. So finally here we kind of get stabilized just a little bit, but he just can't bring us back to full HP. Well, the paladin's just, having a good time and stuff like that. We just can't dish out the damage on top of these guys at all. So now, my main focus here was going to be the DK, so I go ahead and hex the Rogue, trying to lower a bit of damage and a bit of crowd control. Use my counter strike to try and get some extra damage out of there, and you can see it just dishing out the damage back to back to back. You can see their HP dropping, but the DK gets another go with his Remorseless Winter, or whatever it is, in the Pillar of Frost. I peel out real quick. The Shaman uses a static totem to move them. I try and heal myself up a little bit while I'm out of combat. Not or out of range, but I end up getting a static, but it's just not enough to keep the warrior alive, so it's a bit unfortunate. Now here, it's myself and the DK and the Holy Paladin. Um, this one was a bit unfortunate. So the Pally's CC'd here with a sap, gets storm bolted, okay, and then the DK just gets executed. Now I had already used my wall, but it just, he got slapped pretty good. So it was definitely unfortunate. So here, myself and the Rogue, we're getting prepped. I let him get a sap out because that's what you want to do when you have a Rogue. And as I always say, don't stun when Rogue is on your team. As you can see, I do that. I highly recommend not doing that. Honestly, it just makes their life a nightmare. But he gets a wicked smoke bomb off just in time, and we bring the DK down very quick. These matches were insanely fast, aside from the couple that actually went for a little bit, which was kind of crazy. So here, again, DK and Rogue, I get sapped. The Pally does get combat, so that prevents him from getting sapped in the opener, which is nice. But they get a kind of setup on us, which kind of sucked. So I'm trying to get a hex off here, get interrupted by the Shaman, and I'm trying to stay out of the Pillar of Frost here, trying to reduce damage, drop counter strike, see if I can't get any of their attention away from my warrior partner. Then I see here the shaman goes for a hex. I don't even realize that I don't have cleanse curse. I only just realized it as looking back at the recording, so it's kind of hilarious. I went for the dispel but didn't get it. There I get an interrupt at the last second, luckily, because yeah, I wasn't going to be able to dispel it. I was thinking, oh, I'll just dispel it, but no. But anyways, we're going for it. We're gonna hit the DK some more. I'm on the Rogue, mainly because I'm just trying to dish out damage to whoever. The DK is trying to grip us out of the Paladin's line of sight, and now he's grouping us back up where the Pally gets, or the Shaman got a nice blink. Man, I'm slowing down. But there I trinketed and just didn't have the reflexes to get off my Stone Bulwark Totem or even Burrow, which is unfortunate. Anyways, myself, the Rogue, we start going in. He gets a nice blind sap combo off on the Paladin, and then they start comboing us. I go ahead and trinket that opening stun, get my wall up, ready to go. I'm safe, and the Rogue falls over. I'm not sure what happened there. He may have missed his evasion or cloak. I'm not sure. It just sucked. But anyways, I finally learned where the Rogue likes to go with his stealth pattern. So I finally able to grab him out of stealth, which is nice. And you can learn, rogues tend to follow a very specific path usually when they're getting saps off. So you can figure that out. And I only just realized this, but the shaman accidentally put his totems up in the sky, which is actually ridiculous. I didn't know that was possible. But anyways, we're after the warrior here. try to put as much damage onto him as possible because I don't like going through intervene. I really hate intervene as an ability. I like going after the warrior so I don't have to deal with it because it soaks up a lot of physical damage. So any physical damage you deal to the intervene target goes to the warrior. And arms warriors are generally pretty squishy anyways, so it's a lot easier to just go for them. And you can see my DK friend here is taking a lot of damage while our shaman is just struggling to pick him up, but thankfully he's able to stabilize him. We have them on the back foot, everybody's low, and this is where the DK does a nice group up, double grip into a bomb limb. I get the shaman gets a hex off, but we go ahead and connect onto the paladin because we know he's the weakest link, and we get his bubble. But here we have so much pressure on everybody. The rogue is running out. I thought the warrior was gonna leap out, but he didn't. And we still get duelist. But anyways, guys, yeah, that is it for this video. Thanks so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Laters!